All right. Where do I start? All right. Let's see. Let's see. Does this even work? Okay. All right. I don't know where to start. Let me think about this. Where do I where thank you, CC, for the blessing. Thank you for the $2. Where should I start? Where should I start? Okay. Um oh, did I okay, I got it. I don't know where to I don't look, I this is the first day that I watched the Cleveland Browns game. This the first day. This the first day that I watched the video. I mean, not the video, the game all the way through. This is the first day. Guys, they have a problem in Cleveland. Guys, it's real, it's so bad. Dylan is not ready. He's not ready, but they're trying to save face. And it's not helping Dylan either. I feel bad for Dylan because if he was on any other team, he wouldn't be starting right now. If he was on any other team, I kind of feel bad for Dylan. And yeah, he got Njoku hurt. Njoku had went out for a little bit, but he came back in. Oh my God. Jerry, I mean, then there was one play where Isaiah Bond started complaining. Like he hit Isaiah Bond in the face mask. And then Isaiah Bond was like, he was gesturing to Dylan. I saw him. Like, what are you doing? 52 pass attempts. They man, this was really, really bad. This is like I think the coach, I don't even here's the thing. I know people saying the coach should get fired, but is it on the coach though? Is this set up for them to tank? I don't think so. I don't think they're trying to tank their season. Um clearly the best quarterback is not playing. Clearly. They could have won this game today, guys. They could have won the game because the Steelers didn't. They were mid, yo. The Steelers really didn't do much either. Shedeur would have went in there and they probably would have won that game. Is it that they don't want this kid to have success? I don't know because I'm kind of questioning it because it's very blatant. I guess it's so blatant in our face that I'm questioning it. That's how blatant this is. He is clearly the best quarterback they have. He's clearly that. Um, and also he doesn't need them to develop him. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he got Daryl. He got Daryl training him, and he already know how to break down defenses. I already know he does because I seen him do it at Colorado. I seen him. You ever seen Shedeur call an audible when he's looking at the defense, and then he'll just call an audible? He knows how to do it. He knows how to do this already. He's what you call a plug and play type player. You said Deshaun looked like he'll be back the way he's looking. More than likely, if Deshaun is coming back this season, maybe they're using Dylan as a placeholder. I thought about that too. But when is Deshaun coming back? Because they're not talking about him. Because if he does come back, they're gonna have to play him because he's making a lot of money. Um, and if he does come back, Shedeur should be number two. He should be the number two quarterback. But they're not going to do that. They're going to make him number three again. And Dylan is number two. Dylan is not playing like a number two quarterback. He's playing like, I don't know what he's playing like, but he's not playing like a number two quarterback. This is bad. I thought they were going to they should have put Shedeur in the game at halftime. They should have put him in. If I was the coach, I said, Shedeur, start warming your arm up. Get ready. That's what I would have told him. And here's the thing, Miles Garrett and them, you know what they should do? They should fake an injury at this point, like fake an injury and go out because they working for nothing. And, what makes you insane? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That's what makes you insane. Um, yeah, the sabotaging is still going on with this kid. And it's really blatant at this point. And he's saying, look, I'd be damned if I have Shedeur on that sidelines with his with the headset on, with his hat flipped back, not doing nothing. I said, oh no, sir. Oh, you about to get in this game. We need you. You're about to get in this game. And you would think that, I know you guys are saying, well, if they're treating him like this, how come they didn't trade him? They're not trading him because they know he's good. Okay. They're not letting nobody else have him. I told y'all this already. I know it didn't make sense when I was telling you before, but that's what's happening. They don't want nobody else to have him right now because they don't know what's going to happen with Deshaun. So if Deshaun comes back, yes, then they can trade somebody if he looks good. And guess who more than likely, they're going to get traded? Dylan. They still not going to trade Shedeur. Watch. Remember I said that. You guys, well, damn, if Deshaun coming back, he playing good, man, but sure they can get Shedeur. The only way they trade in Shedeur, unless they get something for him, like at least a second round pick, at least a second round pick, first round pick. If they can get 2 first round picks, it's even the better. And I know it doesn't make sense because Shedeur went in the 5th round, but it does make sense because he's not a 5th rounder. Okay, he's not a 5th rounder, and they're not letting him go because they know the value. They know he's good, and guess what? They know he's ready. So maybe to save face, all right, Shedeur, look, we'll let him play out this game. Maybe the next game we'll put you in. If that doesn't happen, and see, I know people are saying, well, the coach should get fired. Why? Why should the coach get fired if the owner is in on it? Why should he get fired? For what? You know the crazy thing is, Flacco would have did a better job today. And then another thing is that offensive line that trash? Can somebody explain this to me real quick? How many times did Dylan get sacked? 3 times? Is the offensive line that bad? I don't think they are because they got some veterans on that offensive line. I don't think they're that bad. Dylan could have. Did you see that one sack when the dude? Oh my God! Did you tell me y'all saw the last sack when the dude went Superman on Dylan? He went Superman on him. He was completely vertical, no horizontal, right? And he died. You know the dude that dived for the sack. Did y'all see that? He dived to get the sack. He dived on him. He got sacked 6 times. But did you see the one where the dude dived on him? Did y'all see that? He went completely Superman on him and caught him. Did y'all see that? I thought he was hurt. Yo, I thought he was hurt, man. He went soup. I haven't seen that in a long time since Troy Polamalu. Troy Polamalu used to go full Superman. Remember when the kicker about to kick the ball and Troy Polamalu used to he used to jump on somebody back and go flying. That's what he did to Dylan. He went flying and caught him. Oh my God, yo. You say he almost threw 6 picks. Yo, it's not funny because they're setting him up to fail too. I know somebody, I shouldn't laugh. Somebody I remember told me a long time ago, don't laugh at other people's misfortunes. Don't do it. So I got to take some of this back. I'm just laughing. I'm just pretty much laughing at the Superman sack. It was a Superman sack, yo. He went diving on the kid, man. That was disrespectful. Like Dylan was about to get sacked anyway, but the dude wanted to get in on the action, and he just went. He just dived. He dived and went and caught him. So my question is, you said the Jets need to trade for two. Yo, let me say something real quick. You remember when it came out that the Philadelphia Eagles wanted Shedeur? Remember that? And maybe Shedeur might have thought, well, I'm not gonna go to the Eagles. Damn, I'm never gonna play. Oh no, they were looking for a replacement. I really honestly believe that. Now I know y'all hear me out. I believe they were looking for a placement for what's his name, the quarterback. I don't think they like the Eagles quarterback. I don't think the Eagles are sold on him. Believe it or not, they may have thought like we're gonna bring Shador in to learn under him, and if something happened, we got Shador to replace him. I honestly believe they thought that because I'm starting to hear a lot of people talk greasy about that kid. I'm like, why are you talking greasy about him? I'm talking about Jalen Hurts. Why are you talking greasy about him? And he won a Super Bowl. People are not sold on him. I didn't know that because I haven't been watching the NFL. They're not sold on him. They're not sold on him. And also the Bengals, what's his name, get hurt a lot. That's why they were looking at Shador. You said he dived. Yo, I'm talking about on the sack. The dude went Superman on Dylan. He just dived and caught Dylan. He dived and caught him. But Dylan was getting sacked anyway, but the dude wanted to get in on the action and dived into it. That was disrespectful. But let me just get back to this. I'm thinking the Eagles are not, the organization is not sold on Jalen Hurts. I don't know why. He won you a Super Bowl. Why you not sold on him? I don't think they are. I don't think they are. And they probably thought they can bring Shedeur in as a replacement if needed. Shedeur is a lot more valuable than now he thought he was. They actually know he's valuable. They know it. Because he see, look, Shedeur is probably thinking, damn, I'm going to Baltimore. I'm never going to play. No, that's not true. Because they probably thinking, damn, Lamar get hurt all the time. So then we can just have Shedeur learn under Lamar, and Lamar get hurt all the time. We just have Shedeur come in. And he's marketable. I really honestly think that's what they were thinking. Nah, Shedeur, you're a lot more of the shit than you think you are. You actually more valuable than you think you are. You would have played. I didn't think he'd probably like, damn, I'm never going to play. That's not what they were thinking. Now that I'm looking at how this stuff is playing out now, the way people talking greasy about Jalen Hurts, and I don't understand why you would talk greasy about him. He won you a Super Bowl. I don't understand this, but I honestly think they're not sold on him. But let me tell y'all something real quick. If they keep if they keep playing Dylan and he keep getting sacked the way he's getting sacked, Shador is going to come in off default anyway because this kid going to get hurt. And here's the thing: the way Dylan was getting sacked today, I'm not sure if I want Shador to go in. I mean, guys, let me know. Is this offensive line trash or what? Let me know. Are they trash or are they doing it or what are they doing? I mean, how do you let your quarterback get Superman? How do you let your quarterback get Superman, man? Guys, y'all go back and look at the highlights. On that last sack, the dude went full horizontal. He was in the air, full. Eh, So if they trash, I might not even want him to play this year, man. I don't want Shador to get hurt because that offensive line. Listen, the offensive line at Colorado was better than this. I'm telling y'all that he better. I'm a little afraid. I'm a little afraid for him. Shedeur, keep that headset on, man, for right now, because something ain't right. Something ain't right. Or maybe they want Shedeur to go in. Maybe the offensive line do want him to go in. Dylan threw that ball so fast it hit what's his name in the head, yo. It hit Isaiah Bond in the face mask. And then Isaiah Bond had his hand up like, what's up? What's up, man? What are you doing? He had to let that ball go, man. He can't see. And do you see him? Oh my God, he got his ball batted down twice. Oh my God. I feel bad, yo. He got the ball batted down twice. Or maybe just the Pittsburgh defense is that good, you think, right? Yo, Mac, am I capping or not? Did you see it? Or you think I'm capping? You said with the Superman. Did you see it? Just tell me, Mac, you saw it, yo. The dude went, he was flying when he tackled him. He was flying when he went for the sack. That was disrespectful, man. That was disrespectful. Yo, why'd he do that to Dylan, man? Dylan getting the ball batted down. It was a mess today. I don't want Shedeur to go. If that offensive line is like that, I don't want him to go in, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all go ahead and thumb down the video now, because I know people gonna say tomorrow when I get back on live, Max sitting up here hating. Y'all know how y'all do me. Max sitting up here hating again. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting up here hating. Listen, I don't want him to play, and I don't want him to play for the Browns, dog. I'm sorry. Until somebody sit up here and assure me that this offensive line is good. Okay, Matt, you saw it. Yeah. He flew in the air to get Dylan. You know what? Listen, Mac, I bet you they had some energy when them and 12 come out in that field. I bet you they had some energy about themselves. He almost got Njoku hurt. As big as Njoku is, he got dinged up today. Did you see it? That guy looked like a superhero. Okay? As big as he is, he looked like a superhero. And he was slow getting up. It's not good. And Kevin Stefanski, we're gonna have to listen to this press conference. I know y'all already saw it. We're gonna have to listen to it. We're gonna have to listen to the press conference because I was updating my Mac today in the middle of I was updating my Mac in the middle of that press conference. That's why I couldn't go live. I was like, damn, this thing is taking a while to to update. And I wanted to go live. Then I was like, nah, that press conference though. Oh, here it is. Kevin Stefanski. We just gonna have to hear it because I'm talking real greasy right now. I don't want the team to sit up there and copyright me, especially because I'm not talking favorable. But they probably understand though.
Cam Robinson has a knee injury. Jack Conklin, Gage are in the concussion protocol. Joe Tryon has a hip injury. Yeah, you can't do those things and expect to go on the road and win, and just frustrated to not play clean football.
Stop. He's already hold on. Let's go back. I know I didn't just hear him say that. Stop. Hold on. Let's go back. Let me give him another chance because maybe I heard this wrong. Let me give this man another chance. Because he's already started off on the wrong foot. So let me give him another chance because maybe I heard it wrong.
Yeah, you can't do those things and expect to go on the road and win, and just frustrated to hip injury. Yeah, you can't do those things and expect to go on the road and win. And Cam Robinson has a knee injury. Jack Conklin, Gage are in the concussion protocol. Joe Tryon has a hip injury. Yeah, you can't do those things and expect to go on the road and win. And just
Stop. Okay, I heard him correctly. What is he talking about? Okay, you got some injuries. Well, we can't expect to go on the road and win. We got Legion. Sir, your quarterback got Supermaned. Okay? They were feeling themselves so much against y'all that he went up in the air to get a sack, man. Okay? You cannot expect to win. Let me look at the stats because I know I'm tripping. Let me look at the stats real quick. Because this man ain't right, yo. All right. Sorry, I was having a little bit of technical issue here, but now I got my mic back. The story of the game here, guys, the story of the game, he had 52 attempts. Dylan Gabriel. Quinshawn Judkins, 12 carries for 36 yards. That's non-cipher. Let's go to the receiving. Harold Fanning Jr., 7 receptions for 81 yards, no touchdowns. Jerry Jeudy, 5 receptions, 43 yards. David Njoku, 3 receptions, 28 yards. That's non-cipher. Let's go all the way down to Isaiah Bond. Isaiah Bond had 2 receptions for 9 yards. That's non-cipher. You're not winning this way. Not now receiver had a touchdown. Not now one. God damn. Not one. Not one. Okay? Not one had a touchdown. Not one. Not even a rushing. No running back, no touchdown. I know you like how they scored. The kicker. The kicker did all the scoring. It was a kicker. Okay? The kicker had 9 points. And the score ended 23-9. Okay? The kicker scored all the points. It was the kicker. And Dylan had 52 attempts. Okay? Now I give it to him. He ain't throw no interception. He almost did, but he didn't. I give him that. But you mean to tell me they got Jerry Jeudy, they got Harold Fanning Jr., they got David Njoku, they got Quinshawn Judkins and Isaiah Bond, and they still can't score? They need another quarterback. The team is beaten up right now. This is a beaten down team. The morale probably is low. It's a beaten down team. They're beaten down, man. He got 6.5 sacks on him. Anytime a defense go full Superman on you to go get a sack, you know that the game is over. Lord, you let me even highlight that. You said, Lord, give Shedeur 52 passes. He might break the single game yard, right? Listen, you give Shedeur 52 passes, you're gonna have to arrest him because it's gonna be illegal what he about to do. It's about to be illegal. You see how he's smiling in that picture? The guy is illegal if you give him 52 attempts. He might mess around and throw for 500 yards. Okay? He might mess around. He might mess around and throw for 500 yards on us. Okay? Now, my question to you is this. This is my question to you. If you see what Shedeur did with Travis Hunter, right? You see what he did with Jimmy Horn. You see what he did with the guy from right now from Baltimore. You see what he did with the guy from Arizona. What you think he gonna do with Quinshawn Judkins? What you think he's gonna do with Harold Fanning Jr.? What you think he's gonna do with Jerry Jeudy? What you think he's gonna do with David Njoku? What you think he's gonna do with Isaiah Bond? What you think he's gonna do with the other tight end they have? What you think it's about to be illegal? What he about to do? It's about to be illegal. But that coach, let's listen to him again.
Frustrated to not play clean football on offense, defense, and special teams. Just can't do it on the road versus a good football team, and we got to get it fixed because before you start winning, you got to stop losing. We're doing some things right now that are preventing us from winning, so we'll get it fixed. With that, I'll take any questions.
What's the number one thing offensively?
Well, yeah, I don't think it's as simple as that, Zach. Obviously, today we weren't able to run the ball effectively, and then got behind there in the second half. 0 for 3 in the red zone. I know those were 2-minute drives, a lot of them, but we gotta find a way to score points. Got to run the ball efficiently. Got to find a way to be better in the pass game. All of the above.
Was it something the Steelers did that you couldn't run? Or was it something else?
Yeah, I mean, obviously give credit to your opponent, but we just we got to do a better job.
Kevin, with all the issues on offense, is there any thoughts maybe getting a hook on him to try to oversee some of our offense and get it back on track?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we need to do better, and obviously I'll look at all things.
So you will consider.
There's a long list of things we got to do better.
Kevin, Dylan was basically beat up this whole entire game, hit 16 times, six times. He really didn't have much of a chance. So many of his passes were dropped.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about what a tough road that was for him out there today?
Yeah, he's a tough kid. We got to keep him clean. Obviously, when the game turns into how it turned, a 2-score game, you have to drop back, and that's a tough team to drop back versus. But he kept battling. Wasn't for a lack of effort by him or by anybody. Made some plays, but we just got to be better.
You might learn something from him in a game like that?
Yeah, I think you learn in every game, win, lose, or draw. And obviously, we know this kid's tough. We know he's tough. He's going to keep fighting. We just got to, around him, make some plays. We got to coach him up. We got to be better in getting our guys in position. All the above.
Kevin, how do you think Tyson did in his first game? Obviously, you were protecting him from Taylor. Was there any thought about maybe like putting Denzel in the field a little bit more to kind of take that pressure off of Tyson in his first game?
Yeah, I thought Tyson, did a good job considering when he got on campus, got him up to speed. Obviously, they have a great player over there, made a play, but really was pleased with how he was able to get up to speed in this game.
Just to spare Dylan any more of the game, did you ever think about at all going to Shedeur instead?
No, yeah, we were just trying to fight there till the end.
I think only 6 penalties, but it felt like
They were costly.
really good.
Yep, they were.
How disappointed? How do you? I guess.
Yeah, very disappointed. The first, Jerry's a leader for us. I think it was a retaliation type thing, and we preach that, we teach that. We can't do that. And those are real yards that are hard to overcome. So we have to be better. Got to, again, it gets to the point of need to make sure you're playing clean, then give yourself a chance. It's hard when you make life harder on yourself.
You've talked about how drops haven't been an issue in practice, but they're out there again today. What are you seeing? I guess contributes to that.
Just got to keep working. Nothing technically. Just got to keep working.
How would you assess Dylan's second start?
Yeah, like we talked about, I think he was battling. Obviously, not good enough offensively, and that's players and coaches, but he was battling.
You hear what he said? He said he was battling. Not good enough, but he said not good enough. He did say that. He didn't want to completely say trash. He said not good enough, but he was in there battling. Guys, you know the crazy thing is about them? They really have a good team. They do. They have a good team. They need to be winning now. It was nothing that Pittsburgh did that was amazing today, except for the Superman sack. That was amazing. I haven't seen that in a long time. Okay, he like, here, come here. I want to get in on this sack. And Superman, though. Okay. He's Superman, though. Thank God he didn't get hurt, though. It was a couple of them sacks. I thought he wasn't going to get up. And then he said, that's a team you really can't drop back on. But quarterbacks, that's what they do. They drop back. So this on the coach and the owner here. This is on them, the head office. That's what this is on. And it's a shame that they have a really good defense. They have really good receivers, really good, great tight end. But they got a really good rookie running back. But they can't use them effectively because they in their own heads, man. The quarterback is the kicker. If it wasn't for the kicker, they wouldn't have scored nothing today. Nothing. If it wasn't for the kicker. They wouldn't have scored nothing. It's crazy. I thought they were going to score at one point because they had good field position, but Dylan got sacked. And it was his other sack. It was disrespectful as well. You know, it wasn't a tackle. He just grabbed his jersey and pulled him down. He did it one-handed, too. It's crazy. It's crazy.
the offensive line situation, specifically the tackle situation. Just, I mean, it seems like every time you think you got the answer solved or look toward a solution, another problem creates. I mean, just how frustrating is it, and how, I mean, where do you go from here to try to?
Yeah, we'll just coach up the guys we got. Obviously, we know injuries are a part of this game, Chris, and we expect the guys that are out there to go perform. But we'll get them coached up.
When you look at your roster, all the rookies that you had out there today, I mean, these guys just are going to have to grow up fast against teams like this and just deal with just the aggressive physical nature of these games.
Yeah, I think our young players, Mary Kay, like we've talked about, they all work very hard. They're going to make young mistakes because they're young players, but really like how that group battles. So they will only get better.
Kevin, when you look at anybody that kind of self-scout, what do you need to do better for an offense that happens towards that?
Yeah, all of the above.
All the above.
Name something. We got to do it better.
Just how, can you put into words just how disappointing and frustrating you said it is to come in here and have this kind of a game, this kind of a result?
Yeah, well, this is the NFL. We have to be better, and that's the we. I have to be better for this football team. Our coaches have to be better for this football team. Our players have to be better for this football team. But bottom line is, there's things that will hold you back from winning, and you got to knock those out so you give yourself a chance.
Kevin, for our very where did you see his growth in his first stretch of games, especially today?
Yeah, another young player that we're counting on. We trust him. Does a nice job in these games. Obviously, we have a ton of confidence in him as well.
Even though you have a lot of rookies this year, Kevin, there's a lot of guys who now are 4-19 over the last 23 games. How concerned are you about keeping those guys with the program?
Yeah, we're focused on what's in front of us, Tony. I understand the question, but our team's focused on what they got in front of them.
Do you think there's a risk when you keep talking to Jerry Judy or Jerry Judy keeps reading more and hearing more about the drops and just kind of feed on itself after a while?
Yeah, he's been playing this game for a long time. I think he's got great confidence. I have a ton of confidence in him. Ball's going to keep coming his way.
And then, with how seems gone 1-5, offense obviously has very strange goals. How do you just sort of go about keeping things positive?
Hey, also, I just want to say this with the veterans on the team, especially they have an offensive lineman that's been there 10 years. You can't coach him up. He said, well, we just got to coach our guys. You're not coaching him up. He's been in the league over 10 years. You're not coaching him up. He knows everything. You're just not coaching him up. You're not coaching a Njoku up. You're not coaching a Jerry Judy. There's something that you have to change. You have to change the quarterback. Shedeur has been working out with Jerry Judy and Njoku and them. He's been throwing to him. I think at this particular point now, the veterans have to step up and have a meeting with the coach at this point. It's the veterans that got to do it. If not, then they don't care either. They don't care. I'm telling you right now, for all I know, and this would have never happened anyway, because no, this wouldn't have happened with what's his name, because he was the coach. But you're not gonna have this kid sit the bench if that was Bill Parcells. You would not have him sit in the bench. You would not. That's like Bill Parcells got Phil Simms sitting the bench. It's not happening. Or Jeff Hostetler. That's not happening. Okay? It's not happening. That's like Atlanta got Michael Vick sitting the bench. That's not happening. You're not doing it. You got to play the best player if you want a chance. It has to come down to the veterans now. You got to say something to this coach. You got to say something to the coach, because let me just say this. Maybe the players don't know. Guys, because everybody don't check for Colorado. I'm just telling you this. Maybe they don't know this. This dude turns into a different player when he's on the field. He turns into a different player. The smile goes away. He turns into something else. I have said this before. He has two personalities. When he put that helmet on in his game time, he turns into something else. I've seen it. You can see it in his eyes. They got to go with something different, man. They're gonna lose next week. They more than likely would just, if they don't play them, more than likely they're gonna lose out the rest of the season. They won one game, that's it. That's all they're gonna win. And the crazy thing is they might get lucky and win some games because their team is really good, actually. It's just they need a little bit extra to get them through the hump. So that's the last game I'm watching. I'm not watching all the game. I thought I was watching today because I knew Shedeur was going in, but they're not going to do it. So I'm done watching them. You guys will have to let me know, like, hit me, yo, Max, yo, they got Shedeur, and then I'll watch. It's turning, I mean, damn, it's crazy. He said you got to win before you said you got to win before you, what do you say? You got to stop losing before you win. You heard him when he said that? Hold on a second. We're supposed to be having some type of weather up here on the East Coast. It's not, I think kind of played this out of proportion. If anybody in the West Coast, we're supposed to be having some bad weather, but it's not that bad out. Yeah, it's going to have to come down to the veterans at this point to say something, because he can spin that ball. He can actually throw that ball to where they can catch it. He throws lasers he got a laser for an arm, and I know they know that, but they're just not using them. So it's the coach. The coach don't make no sense. Like, coach, man, he said we just got to coach him up. We just have to coach. They ain't had to coach up Jalen Daniels. They ain't had to. He was a rookie playing. You ain't had to coach him up. Some rookies are ready. Some rookies are ready. And I'm telling you, I don't give. And here's another thing, guys. I don't give a damn how many times Shedeur gets sacked. He always a threat for that deep ball for to go in the end zone. He's a threat every fucking time. I don't care if Shedeur gets sacked 6 times. He gonna help you win this damn game. Okay, so that's the difference. I don't care if he gets sacked 6 times. He's going to, as long as he got Jerry Jeudy, he's going to throw it to him. As long as he got him. Okay, Njoku, Jerry, y'all get ready, because I'm going to throw it to you. And just go get it. Okay? That's the difference. He's a winner. That's the difference. Dylan came from a system. That's the difference. He came from a system. Okay? Shedeur didn't come from a system. He came from a system that was rebuilding. That's the difference. And still got him to a bowl game. So he's going to throw that ball to where Jerry could catch it. Okay? And Jerry be in the end zone. And Shedeur, he don't give a damn. He gets sacked 5 or 6 times. He don't care. It doesn't bother him. He's still going to be looking for that end zone. Period. And now you can throw the play. Okay, Shedeur, throw one to the end zone. And he's gonna catch it. They're battling their coaches right now. This is a defeated team. Guys, they ain't gonna win no more games this year. And Shedeur gonna sit right on that bench. They ain't winning no more games. They not winning, none. No more. That's it. No more. No more games. Yep, that's it. Unless their veterans say something. Like, look, put Shedeur in, please. Okay? Put him in, and let's go that way. Because I guarantee he gonna will y'all to a victory. He don't care about the sacks. But I guarantee you, he throwing that ball and humming that ball. That offensive line gonna want to protect him. They're going to make sure he don't get hit. They were defeated today. He was the most, watch this. He was the most sacked quarterback in college football, right? And still was a runner for the Heisman Trophy. So make that make sense. That means there's something that he was doing to make him a runner up for the Heisman Trophy, to win the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award. The reason why he won that and got those accolades is because he didn't give it that. He's a winner. You see what he did when he threw that ball to Wester. That's not a Hail Mary. Go look at the play again. It wasn't a Hail Mary. He set it up. He threw it to only where Wester could catch it. That's not a Hail Mary. And he knew he was about to get hit. As soon as he threw it, boom, he got hit and he laid there. And he looked up and saw Wester caught it. Okay, that made the school what they got fined $50,000 because they came on the field after that. So he don't give a damn about no sacks. He's gonna still try to win this game. That's the difference. They got a player, and don't get me wrong now, Dylan was a runner for the Heisman. He was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Don't get me wrong now. He was. He was sitting there with Travis. However, he was in a system. He wasn't battle tested. Shedeur was battle tested and still got them to a bowl game. Okay? That's the difference. He's going to go crazy. You mean to tell me he got Jerry Jeudy, Njoku, and Isaiah Bond? He's getting ready to go crazy. If he get in that game, he going to go crazy. That's going to be the most talked about game ever when he get in the game and win. It's going to be talked about. Shannon Sharp getting ready to go crazy. Okay? They getting ready to go crazy. And yes, Tom Brady was talking about the Browns. If anybody don't know, he had an interview and Tom Brady was talking about how these coaches don't know what they're doing. They're not developing their quarterbacks and they're doing this and they're not making good. He was talking about the Browns. He was, because his ass is sore now. Well, here's the thing, Mr. Tom, don't be sore now. Don't be sore now. Y'all were told not to draft him. So don't sit up here and be sore now because y'all went and tried to get him and they saying no now because now he butt hurt. Yeah, he butt hurt now because they went like, yeah, give him to us now. Nah, we're not giving him to you. So now he gonna go sit there and talk slick. Yeah. Some of these people, they don't know what they're doing. Some of these coaches don't know what they're doing. He was talking about the Browns because I told y'all the Raiders tried to double back and go get him. See, because Tom. He talking about he ain't got no business with the team, and he's sitting up there in the booth in the game with his headsets on. Y'all saw him. I wasn't the only one that saw that. He's sitting right up there in the booth with his headsets on. So who you think he talking to? He talking to the quarterback. He talking to somebody. I thought he said he was a minority owner. He ain't got no business with the team. That's what he said. And then and I like how the cameraman panned right to him. And not only did he have the headsets on, he was sitting there talking in the headsets. I saw him. So now he's sitting up there butthurt because they tried to double back around and go get 12 and they can't get him now. So now he want to sit up there and have an interview talking about how people don't know how to develop quarterbacks. Tom, stop, please. Stop. Okay? Stop. Because y'all had a chance to get him. Now, don't get me wrong. If y'all were told not to draft him, then I understand. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had to stay on coach. Y'all were told not to draft him. I told you guys that people are butthurt right now that they can't get him. I told y'all this. My boy told me. He said they butthurt right now. That he said he is literally sitting on the bench and teams need him. He's sitting right on the bench. Okay, well then give me Flacco. Then they need somebody. Please just give me him, dog. Give me him. Yeah, I know what his name means. I know what his name means. It means, yeah, I know. Yeah, they were told not to draft him, Rebecca. That's what the story is. That's what what's his name said. Um what's his name? What's the running back name, man? The Hall of Famer, the tall running back. Eric Dickerson. That's what he said. Eric Dickerson. He said they made a call to the teams to say don't draft him. And the teams had to listen. But see, this is what they thought. Okay, boom. We'll double back around. We're gonna see how our quarterbacks fare out. If they don't, we just double back around and have them get rid of them, and we'll pick them up and save the day. That's not happening now because the owner he don't flip the script on everybody. He's not trying to get rid of Shedeur now. He's not trying to get rid of him because he's selling all these jerseys and he's popular. And he know when he put them in the game, they're going to be the most talked about team. So he's not getting rid of them. Period. The owner saw what was going on in Colorado. He was watching. The owner knew what was going on. And one thing about this owner, he likes attention. He likes that everybody's talking about it. I know Boomer said it. But listen, Tom butthurt. And the thing is, Tom, just hide your feelings, Tom, because it don't matter no more. Just hide your feelings because they not letting them go. Because I know Tom's like, yo, boom. He probably had to meet with the team. Look, we just gonna go ahead and get Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? Because I know him. You know what I'm saying? I can sit up there and get in his head and get him ready for this defense. You feel me? Yeah, go ahead and make that call. They went ahead and called the Browns up, right? Browns, oh, yeah, he's not available. Well, y'all not playing him. No. He's not available. We got some use for him. He's not available. So now his ass gonna sit there, like I said, and had an interview and get mad and talk about how coaches don't know what they're doing and they not developing play. Who you think he was talking about, man? Hey man, yo, Tom, get mad at the owner because he the one not getting rid of him. I told y'all they tried to get him. Somebody said, well, how you know? Because my boy worked for one of the organizations in New York. That's how I know. And he told me. Me and him sat there and laughed because he said, man, ain't nobody gonna believe you, bro. And he said, I'm not coming on your. He said, don't tell people what my name is, and I'm not coming on the video. But he said, ain't nobody gonna believe you. And I know. So let me tell you again in this order, who was looking for him. The Jets. It was the Jets. It was Cincinnati. It was Baltimore again. It was the Los Angeles Raiders. And what was the other team? It was the New Orleans Saints. Those are the teams that reached out recently. And the main team that won them was the Oakland Raiders. I mean, excuse me, the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, Tom said that. He said that coaches don't know what they're doing. He said they don't know how to teach quarterbacks to read defenses. And he said when he was a rookie, Bill Belichick sat him down and all the other quarterbacks to teach them how to read defenses. And he said they don't know how to develop no quarterbacks no more. He talking about Kevin Stefanski and them, yo, because he got mad because that was right around the time where they asked to get Shedeur, and he flat out said no. Because look, the report was the owner flat out said no to certain teams. He just flat out said no. They said, well, we can offer you some picks. No, nope, I'm good, and Shedeur is good, and that's it. He closed the communications down. Because I know probably what was Tom was thinking. Yeah, let me just bring Shedeur in, you know what I'm saying? Because I know him. You know what I'm saying? I can sit up there and get in his head and develop him, right? That's probably what he was thinking. It's not happening no more. You're gonna have to wait 2.5 years now, sir. Now, why do I say, guys, they're gonna have to wait 2.5 years? Because that's the end of Shadeur's rookie contract. Shedeur doesn't have to sign back with Cleveland. He can hold out and go with somebody else. So they're gonna have to wait. Oh, by the way, guys, Shedeur gonna be there next year too. He's not leaving Cleveland. Whether Deshaun come back or not, he's still gonna be in Cleveland. Okay. I know you guys said, well, we just gotta wait till the end of the season, man. No, they own his rights to his contract. They're not letting him go. And I heard another thing is when Shedeur was in training camp, they said the owner sitting there was looking like, what the fuck? He's hit. That's what they were saying. Like, you see how he throwing this shit? Everybody was like, what the fuck is this? That's how they were looking. Even the veterans. It was like, holy shit. He really do got a laser for an arm. He surprised everybody. Even the veterans was sitting there. They said they were taking cell phone. They said, well, when the veterans on the field, on the sidelines getting their break, they had their cell phones out taking, they couldn't believe it. And the owner was like, oh shit, I came up on something over here. He did. He came up on something. And it's projected for Shedeur to make 250 million. It's projected already. 250 to 275 million. It's projected already right now for him to make with the Browns. 275 million, maybe 300. There's already a projection already. So what is that telling you? They don't want to let him go. Now Shedeur can go make that with the Raiders. He can go make 275 with the Raiders easy. Because if he go to the Raiders, Shedeur will be the franchise. If he go to the Raiders, they'll tap that franchise tag and they're not going to let him go. Wherever he goes, he's staying. He'll be there for the rest of his career, wherever he goes. Or damn near his whole career. So basically what you have is Coach Prime, he manufactured him. What do I mean by that? Coach Prime had a lot of training go into Shedeur. He had a lot of training going to him. He had Jeff Blake show him how to throw. And Jeff Blake, he said, credit him with throwing the long ball. So he had Jeff Blake. He had other people. He had Darryl. He had Tom Brady come. He's had Michael Vick. Guys, he's even had Michael Vick. He's had a lot of people that already told him everything already. So he knows this already. It's not a normal rookie situation here because he already knows how the game is played because his dad played it, Tom played it, Jeff Blake played it. They already told him what he was going to be looking out for. So he's already prepared for it already. So he was manufactured. The reason why I say he was manufactured is because everybody don't have that opportunity. He did, though. Just like if Tom Brady's son was a quarterback, he would be manufactured. And I believe I think his oldest son is a quarterback, I believe. That means he's manufactured. He was built up to be that. I mean, if he's going to the Raiders, Rigo, he's going to have to wait for 2 years before he go to the Raiders, maybe 3. He's not going to the Raiders right now. That's not happening. They flat out saying no. They're saying no to these people. Yes, and he was throwing to the top wide receivers as well. So he's not a normal situation. It was almost like he was bred to do this. And Coach Prime was in his ear, about how to handle himself when he get there. So he already know what's going on. But Shedeur is pretty even keel. He's not going to say anything out of the way because somebody is in his ear and telling him what's happening. Like, look, just don't blow your cool because they're testing you. Don't do it. Everything will be fine. His only job is to be patient. His only job is to be patient. That's pretty much it. Then again, if the offensive line allowing a quarterback to get sacked like that, I don't even want him in there. To be honest with you. But the only difference is though, he will get sacked and still throw a touchdown pass. He will still will them to the victory. He got a lot of weapons on that team. A lot of weapons, and he will use them. Yeah, that's his only job where he goes to be patient. That's it. Tom and them was told not to draft him. It wasn't just Tom. This came from up top. Now, if you go back to Bucky's video, I gotta find it because Bucky has everything. When Shedeur went up to Roger Goodell and said, "Hey, you gotta look my brother out right here." You know what I'm saying? If you notice, yeah, he's like, "You look my brother." He said, "No, I'm more worried about your father. I'm more worried about your pops." He said, "What you worried about him for?" Remember that? Remember that exchange? That's when it started. So something was up then. Shedeur was like, "What you worried about him for?" I believe it was starting then. That's evidence. That's evidence they have. Bucky has it on film. And my question is, what does he mean by that? We worried about your father. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Coach Prime, when he was in the league, he was a very polarizing figure. And I believe they had got tired of him. That's what I believe. They don't want him around no more. Which is a shame. Because he's been out of the league for how long now? Like, what does it what he's in people's heads that much? They just think they don't want to deal with. I think this might be what it is. That's the only thing I can think of. But then again, that doesn't make sense because he's not around the NFL anymore. He's not. But I also remember he said that at one point he said, "Yeah, my son, something about he not playing here, he not playing there." That may have had something to do with it. But then again, he doubled back and said, "No, I don't. Well, wherever my son goes is where my son goes." He said that. If I'm a owner, I'm not caring about that. If I have an opportunity to draft Shedeur, I'm drafting him. Regardless of where it is. You know, but then I remember they said, wherever he goes is a blessing wherever he goes. But they might be holding to what he said prior to that. Oh, maybe he could have meant that, Linda. Maybe he could have meant that. I'm worried about your pops. That's not what he meant, though. That's not what he meant. That's not what he meant. He said, because Shedeur said, "What are you worried about him for?" No. That's not what he meant. Because Shedeur said, "I need you to hook up my brother." He talking about Bucky. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to with the camera, you're gonna hook. He said, "I'm more worried about your pops." That's what he said. I don't think he meant the health. I don't think he meant that. I don't think he meant that. Nah, it was something else because Shedeur was talking about Bucky at first. And guess what? It worked out for Bucky anyway, because you know what I'm saying, he up there filming Travis. So he's in the league. Bucky in the league any damn way. He got in the league. He in the league with his brother too, but his brother ain't starting yet. As soon as his brother starts, Bucky is up there. I'm pretty sure. Okay. As soon as Shedeur get that start, Bucky is there. Period. Man, the team up there will love Bucky up there. They will love him up there, man. Just the whole thing. And so we're gonna see what they do next week. If they don't do, I'm not gonna watch it. Y'all gonna have to let me know if he's starting or not, or get in the game. Because that couldn't be Lawrence Taylor on the team, because he'd be yelling at the coach right now. That couldn't be Lawrence Taylor. They see these players is not built like how they were built back in the day. That couldn't be Michael Irvin. They would have been telling the coach off. They would have been said put him in. They would have been said it. Shout out to Travis. I see he got baptized or something. I saw a video on that. So shout out to him. Shout out to Travis. And he was going through some type of ceremony. I saw it. Shout out to Travis. I'm gonna get to him in a second. Did they play today? Because I didn't even I got so disgusted after that Browns game. I was done. I got so disgusted. Let me see. They did play. They lost today. Let me see the player stats. Let me see what they did with him today. They better did what they supposed to do. Let me see. 4 receptions, 50. No, they did not. They did not do what they supposed to do again today. Let me look on defense. Nope. The Jacksonville, Coach Prime, you may have to come to the NFL. He may have to. He may have to, man. They still not using how they supposed to use them. That's why they fucking lost. Yeah, Jaguars crazy. They crazy, yo. They crazy. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about that. They crazy. You say he made some good plays. Not with them receptions. No, he didn't. I mean, he did, but when he was out there, let me see. Let me look at it again. Let me look at it again, man. Let me look at defense first. He had 2 tackles. He had 4 receptions for 15 yards. They didn't use him properly. No, they didn't. I can tell by the stats. They didn't use him properly. He has to play a little more than he's playing. They need to play him a little bit more. And he needs more touches. 2 receptions is not good enough for wide receiver. It's not good enough. He needs to be like, if he's not second, he need to be at least third in receptions attempts, at least, to get him going. But I mean, they'll be all right. He's in a better position than Shedeur, though, at least. But yeah, man, Dylan, man, he got one of those sacks, he got Superman sacked. The dude just dived in the air to sack him. I said, this dude just jumped up in the air like that. I saw it. Like, oh my God. You see it, Thomas, did you see it? I'm not tripping. He got Superman sacked. That was crazy. And Dylan, he got the ball, yeah, by his old teammate. I know. Yeah, by his old teammate. Yeah, the dude from Hawaii. Oh my God, yeah, you're right. It was a dude from Hawaii that did that. And on top of it, he got the ball swatted twice. they got Dylan listed at 6 feet, right? That's tall enough to where you can see over the offensive line. Can he not see over his offensive line, man? He got Superman by his old teammate in Hawaii. That's crazy. And then his coach, we sitting there listening to the coach, Thomas, is man, the coach is crazy, man. Hold on, let me listen to some more because I want to see when Miles Garrett come in.
Yeah, I think with our football team, yeah, I know we have young players, but we have a bunch of veterans that understand what we have in front of us. They understand, we're not in the business of looking behind. We're just not. We got to focus on what's in front of us.
On the roughing queen, where Dylan's head kind of bounced off the turf, were you surprised that they didn't do some kind of concussion check?
I did not see the play. I know the result of the penalty, but I did not see the play.
Did you see the running into the punter?
Yes. Yeah. Hard.
How do you prevent the younger players from learning the wrong habits, taking the right lessons from this stretch?
Yeah, I think, like we talked about, you learn, win, lose, or draw, and it's frustrating in these moments, of course. But I got guys in there that understand what's in front of us. They understand the things that we have to clean up, and we got leadership on the football team that will bring the young guys along.
With Dylan, do you worry a little bit with rotating or a tackle and the drops issues that could be hurting him to be in a bad environment?
Yeah, he's got to operate regardless of what's going on around you. Their injuries are a part of every football team. So, yeah, he's just got to keep continuing to stack these games, stack these reps.
What can you say about how Aaron Rodgers operated, got rid of the ball quickly, did everything that you guys probably give?
Right. Yeah. Great player. Obviously, they again, give them credit. Give their offense credit, their defense credit. They did a nice job. But he was accurate throughout the day, made plays, did a good job.
Good.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
All right, wait a minute. Let me go to Miles. It's bad when Miles come in, man. Here you go.
Thank you.
Now, how do you process? I know you lost it.
It's tough. That's all I can say.
Miles, when you look out there, you guys are a team in transition, obviously. There's so many young guys out there. How hard is it? Everybody fought so hard. But how hard is it to come into Pittsburgh, play against this veteran, aggressive football team with really so many young guys?
I mean, no team is going to care that we have young guys. Guys around the league, young or old, are expected to make plays, and we had young guys step up and do that. But there's no expectation of you when you come in. There's less expected of you or more expected of you. The job is to win, no matter how old you are.
Miles, I know you say obviously you win as a team, but it seems like every game the script is kind of the same. The offense really represents the mark. A little more frustrating and difficult to kind of deal with that will go through your mind.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. To lose the same way every time, it's frustrating as hell.
Along those lines, Miles, what role do you play in start keeping the locker room positive as possible moving forward? And what last year too? What role do you feel that?
Got to continue to be the same person every day. Coming in, working my ass off, showing guys what it's like, what's expected of you to be a professional, and a man of character. Come in and just be who you are. Don't let the environment or situation define who you are.
The tough situation for everybody, obviously, when you're doing quarterback, but out there, that's a little bit of beating, kept getting up. Did that tell you something about him, show you something about him today?
I don't think anyone had any misunderstandings of who he was as a player and a person. No, he has a lot of heart. He's tough as hell, and he knew that it was going to be tough getting through this game because they're going to send a whole bunch of looks, a whole bunch of blitzes, and they have some really good rushers over there. So, I'm not surprised that he got up every single time. That's just the man he is.
what do they do to neutralize you, but you didn't have a sack again? Was it just Aaron getting the ball out of his hand, double triple team thing, or did they try anything new today?
No, the script's pretty much the same. If you want to, stop us to the D-line front, they got in chunk formation. They chipped, he got the ball out, as quick as possible, and there weren't a lot of situations in which, even if I was running butt-ass naked, that I could have got there. So I think that was a situation for all of us. The way he was getting it out or sprinting out to other side. He moved.
You see how they're sounding defeated? He's sounding defeated. All right. This is a Pro Bowler talking here. That's a Pro Bowler talking. Yeah, it's tough losing, but like I said, they get paid after the game. That check don't bounce. You see what I'm saying? That check don't bounce now. It don't.
Behind the line of scrimmage more than he has in the last couple of years, and that wasn't by mistake.
When you watch their pass rushers able to get after it because they have a 2 or 3 score lead, what goes through your head?
Must be nice.
At 1-5, what can you say to your guys? What can you say to that locker room about how to put it back together and move forward through this?
Put it back together. I wouldn't say we have any broken men. Just a matter of being that same person every day. Don't, like I said, don't let the situation define you. Continue working on your craft, and stay together. Further apart we go, the worse outcome will be. So only grow tighter as a team. Trust and lean on your brother, and then we'll find our way out of it.
You went through the beginning of your career, rookie years, so you're obviously. How did you? How did you avoid letting the wrong habits from that situation? How did you emerge from that and still maintain
Well, wins and losses. You got to learn from the losses more than you learn from the wins. The wins are riding high, and you can't expect to really take a lesson from that. But when you lose, you have a time to reflect and look in the mirror, see what it took to get to those wins. Who you are and what you missed. So that, and plus having a great vet in Joe. Joe Thomas was pivotal in becoming the rusher that I am, the player that I am, and helping me be just an all-around good person. With the discipline that he came with every single day.
We're gonna take 2 more.
Joe Thomas, I remember throughout all those many losing years, talked about just how hard it was to continuously fire himself up over and over and over again. Do you find yourself getting to that point where you have to dig even a little deeper to try to find it within yourself to keep going as hard as ever?
Yeah.
Good. Appreciate it.
Let me see who else they got here. Oh, Dylan Gabriel. Let's see what he say.
How do you feel after taking as many hits as you did?
Solid. Probably not. Obviously, not happy we won or lost, but yeah, bodies. Yeah, physically, sure. Yeah.
How tough was it out there with those guys just teeing off and took 16 hits, 6 sacks, just how physical, aggressive, and everything?
Yeah, they're a really good team. I think on the sack end, there's things that I can help to do to try and get it out as quick as possible, just so we're not in the negative on first and second down. So things we got to learn from.
So when you look at the struggles for the passing game, drop back a lot, and the struggles consistently in the passing game, what do you attribute to that?
I think here and there, there's times where I definitely need to be better and creating completions, and then us working together to find that. We got to create chunks, explosives, That's sometimes just runners, right? Yards after catch, or maybe that's down the field, but that's also just doing the easy things at a high level. And I think at times, we're not doing that, and that starts with me. But yeah, we got to find answers.
Is it disappointing that you guys, have some games in going way that you want to, can't keep going with Quinshon, and that kind of neutralizes what he's able to do for you guys, right?
Yeah, I think it's a balance, right? I think at a certain point in the game, we were trying to, you know, catch up in a sense and be more aggressive. So we're a little different in that end. But I think early on we tried to get that going, and of course take our chances when we can in the pass game.
Kevin said it's a long list of things you guys got to do better. So where does that list start?
I think sustaining drives. I think there's a lot of positives in certain areas, and then whether it's a negative play or a penalty here and there that sets us back in the series where you're going to get in third and long, and they've been really good at that in third and long. So at that point, it's a lot tougher to sustain drives. But when we are ahead and being really good on first and second, then all of a sudden, on thirds you're converting, you're building momentum and being able to sustain drives where you're in the plus territory. And then I think when you're in the plus territory, you can't score field. You know what I mean? You got to go score touchdowns and not field goals. So I think there's a lot for sure to work on, and we're gonna have to just take it one by one and all get better. But like I said, it all starts with me as well.
Dylan, how do you maintain a steady pocket presence when you're under pressure a lot?
Yeah, I think there's
Yeah, really, guys. It starts with them. It really starts with me as well. But they got to get better. Yards at the catch. You know, they really got to get better. Um, I mean, he ain't throwing nobody in the bus, is he? I don't think he is, but it really starts with him. You said everyone is, yeah. It's like it's a mess in that locker room. You know, they done. Like at least put the other guy in. Like I said, put Shedeur in to try to save this thing because they don't let Joe Flacco go. A lot of them was chill with Joe Flacco. Now he's gone. Yeah, it's messing it up, man. They got to put Shedeur in. They're gonna have to, but they're not gonna do it. I mean, this coach Stefanski, man. I don't know. I don't know about him, man. You know, yeah, it's tough, man. I don't even want to listen to what Dylan had to say. No, it was so tough to listen to. He sounded like he just been in a boxing match. You said they just seen Newsom get traded. It's a lot going on. Yeah, they're like the morale. They done. What cures that is the winning. They can get but Shedeur put him in better. I think they have a better chance with Shedeur. I honestly believe that. It's just a matter of when they're gonna pull this trigger on him. Yeah, that says a lot. Flacco and the Bengals lost to Green Bay. Yeah, see, the thing is, they saw Newsom and they saw Flacco get traded. At least for Flacco is familiar. He's an old veteran. You know what I'm saying? Flacco, an old veteran. The locker room liked him. He could have been somebody. I don't know why they trade him. He could have been somebody to keep for the young quarterbacks. He don't have to play, but he can sit there and give his advice. They don't even want to do that. It's just crazy. And then he brought in Bailey Zappi. I mean, shit, you didn't have to bring in Bailey Zappi. You should have just kept Flacco there. You don't play 16 seasons and don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? He could just be there as the OG. Like he did for what's his name in Baltimore. You know, he taught him some things and that's it. He moved on. They couldn't even do that. It's just Stefanski, man. I don't know. And it's not a bad team. The defense is good. They have many weapons on offense. It's because it's a complete team now. You just got to put the right quarterback in at Shedeur. You don't throw for that many yards he has thrown for in the course of his college career and not be good, man. And he did it with damn near like not even offensive line. Imagine he had the offensive line in Colorado now. Oh my God, it'll be great. Could you imagine if Travis had stayed at Colorado one more year to his senior year and Shedeur had came back with that offensive line now? Oh my God. Oh boy. They'll be the leaders of the Big 12 right now. That's how you know Coach Prime was literally a year away from capturing the Big 12. But the only problem is the kids had to go. You know, Travis was 3 and done. Shedeur was done. You know, just it was just too much. The timing wasn't. It just is what it is. But I believe Coach when he say that their team is better this year because they are. They are. They do got some weapons on that team, man. They got some dogs on that team. You don't sit there and catch an interception with a broken hand and not be a dog. That's a dog. He got him on the team, and the offensive line is great. And you're right, Thomas. I went and looked at the offensive line does have a high PFF grade. They went out and paid for that offensive line. They did. They paid for it. They got what they paid for too. Yeah, they definitely got what they paid for because I saw one of the offensive linemen interview last night. He had so many chains on his neck, I almost went blind. So yeah, they paid for him. They paid for that offensive line, bro. Sure did. Shit, Dylan could have used them today. Holy crap. I just don't believe Cleveland offensive line is that terrible. I don't believe that. Or maybe Pittsburgh is just that good, maybe. Maybe that's it. Man, I just yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't buy it. Man, all those sacks, man. He lucky to come out there. That's what a reporter said to him. Are you straight? Like, how's your health right now? He said, no, I'm straight. He said Basalta got us 3-4. They got a chance to go 8-4 now if they win out. That's a respectable season. That means they got all their wins on the tail end and not up front. They could go 8-4. If they go 8-4, that's a respectable season. What did Jimmy do today? And Jimmy running routes like he doing his thing out there. Yeah, man. It's just Shedeur had the headsets on. Shedeur had the headsets on and he was just chilling. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. You said even 7-5 or 6-6 with the bowl game. Right. That's a major success, right? They still could do that. They definitely still can do it.
There's got to be comfort within a pocket, and I think anytime you can operate in that with pressure, there's obviously less guys in coverage, so you want to take advantage of that.
Yo, you know what I respect about Dylan though? Hold up, let's go back and hear what he said. He be throwing people under the bus in a nice way. He's throwing somebody under the bus right now. He said, hope, it'll be good if I could be, be a little bit more something in the pocket. What he trying to say is his offensive line suck, yo. Listen to him.
There's a lot for sure to work on, and we're gonna have to just take it one by one and all get better. But like I said, it all starts with me as well.
Dylan, how do you maintain a steady pocket presence when you're under pressure a lot?
Yeah, I think there's got to be comfort within a pocket, and
You hear him? It has to be comfort within the pocket. He said he ain't got no comfort in the pocket, man. That's what he's saying. I ain't got no comfort in the pocket. Obviously, you gotta have some comfort in the pocket. He do it if you gotta listen to him. If you really closely listen, he be throwing people under the bus. Um, if you just listen, I'm like, yo, is he really doing that right now? Or is it you? I don't know if Flacco got sacked that many times. I don't think so. Maybe once or twice. He ain't get sacked no 6 times. If Colorado run a table, it's 8-4 season, and they will get a respectable bowl game out of that. They have the personnel to win out. They do. Now, my thing is, what was the problem to begin with? Was it the play calling? I honestly think it might be that. I don't know. But, we'll see. You got to take it week by week as they go into the bye week. So that's a good thing. Go into the bye week, you have an extra week to kind of like rest up. He got sacked 6 times if you count the half sacks for everybody. So you count them half sacks up, yeah, it totals out to 6. It was this one sack. It was ridiculous. The guy jumped up like he was flying and caught him. It was this one sack he had in preseason. This guy sacked them so hard that both of their feet left the ground. I never seen that before. Oh man, both their feet came off the ground. That was crazy. That was crazy. I thought he got hurt, but he didn't. I give it to Dylan. He gets right back up. I give it to him. But like he said, you gotta be a little bit more comfortable in the pocket. He said we got to work on that, but it starts with me. What you mean we got to work on? You got veterans on that offensive line. What do they got to work on? He calling them out, but he doing it. You got to really listen to him. Just like he had said that time, I'm here. I'm a competitor. I'm not an entertainer. Like that. He talking about Shedeur, not an entertainer. Yeah, Dylan really be talking that stuff, man. He really do. You said looked like Gabriel was running in place. Oh yeah, in the pocket, right? You said he got happy feet. He does. yo, yo, the yo, the, yo, it's not funny, yo. It's not funny. He do got happy feet. He do. And then the offensive line is backing up on him. He probably can't see. He's like, oh shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got offensive linemen that are 6'6" and better. And he dropping back. He hear footsteps coming. I'm like, how short is he? Because when they sack him, you can't see him. Like when he gets like I'm like, I be looking like, please get up, man. Let him get up. Man. The Steelers didn't have to do all that to him, man. They ain't had to Superman him. They didn't have to do that. But they did it. I was hoping Shedeur get in the game to shut Mike Tomlin up just one time. No, his feet were moving, but he wasn't going nowhere. Cause that pocket is breaking down and is smothering him. Yeah, his feet is constantly moving. I know it's easier said than done. I just want to say that. I know the quarterback position is a very hard position to play. Very easy. It's very easier said than done. Especially just imagine you dropping back in the pocket and have all these killers gunning for you. And you got to find the receivers open. You're going to want to throw it, you're going to get a little anxious, I guess, especially if you got a lot of act. They don't have a clean pocket for you. But see, my thing is with Shedeur, he can get sacked like that and still win a game. Because if he was the most sacked quarterback in college, he still got to a bowl game. I mean, you don't want to see him get sacked that much, but in that Carolina game, that was the easiest game he played in 2 years. All he needs is an offensive line to give him a few seconds. That's it. And he got you. He'll pick the defense apart. And one thing about him, he hits the open man. If you're open, he'll get it to you. Just like that one play, Dylan tried to throw it. The Joker was wide open. He was like waving for the ball. He was wide open. He playing like he's anxious out there. But, like I said, easier said than done, man. But we're gonna have to see what happens next week. I'm gonna come back tomorrow because I want to talk about Colorado, their bye week, because they're in a bye week, so they're straight. And it looked like they might be all right. Something maybe it took this long to work out the kinks. I don't know. But it was a really good game though, overall. Yeah, that was a really good game overall that they were playing. The only thing is that running back went crazy. He rushed for over 170 yards on him or something like that. That was crazy. 163, something like that. I can't remember. Just some yards though, but they can work on that too. They never get blown out by a team, so it's always going to be a competitive game, really. Anyway, guys, let me get out of here, man. I'll talk to you guys a little later. Maybe tomorrow actually. Um, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys then. But yeah, man, y'all have a good rest of your night. And yeah, man, we'll see. Shedeur just gotta be patient at this point, and he will get his opportunity. The way if Dylan keep getting sacked like that, he gonna get his opportunity quicker than he think. It's like I said, it was a couple plays. I didn't think Dylan was gonna get up, but he did. So yeah, Shedeur, he definitely got to be ready. I mean, he definitely should be on notice now. But shout out to him. Yeah, man, shout out to him. And I will talk to you guys on the next one. Shout out to Colorado for their win. They turned up in the locker room. I saw Bucky's video. Reach the people. They turned up a little bit. Yeah, man, winning to do it. As long as they have the ability from the personnel that they have to win out, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens, man. But guys, I will talk to you on the next one. Peace, y'all.